and here to present the award for Best Performance by a Game Master in a Campaign, last year's winner, Lance Flugelhammer. To pique the imagination, to make the spine tingle with the sound of an orc drawing his rusty sword, to lull the hardiest of warriors into sleep with a soothing spell. The art of the game master requires mastery in many areas, but especially in conjuring the varied personalities players will meet. It requires the logic of a lawyer, the trickery of the charlatan, the mathematical knowledge of a statistician, and especially the magical ability of the thespian to reveal the inner secrets of character. It is my pleasure to announce the nominees for Best Performance by a Game Master in a Role-Playing Campaign. Austin Markley, Star Trek Adventures.
I've always hated the Bolians. Growing up on Remulac, I admired the Federation, its ideals of exploration and the development of knowledge as the higher calling of sentient beings. As soon as I reached my first puberty, I joined the Federation, only to learn of the Bank of Boleus underpinning it all. Barbaric banking fueling this organization, not the obvious gold-pressed latinum greed of the Ferengi, but something far more insidious. Bankers clothed in righteousness, manipulating the galaxy through interest rates and financial derivatives, investing their profits into warships to protect their own greed. It reminded me of what my ancestors saw on Earth under capitalism. And what's more, Mott the Barber gave me the worst haircut of my life. I've never recovered.
Well, it'll be tough to convince the judge. Give me a command plus presence roll unless you can sell me on something else. Klaus Lagerfeld, Twilight 2000. A clean, well-oiled rifle will not betray you. It's a shame es nicht ein deutscher Gewehr, aber it will serve you well. You have bones of steel, and the blood of ancient warrior kings pumps through your veins. You need only tap into the courage inside your heart to emerge victorious. Your enemy's first and last mistake was waking up this morning. No, I must lead the diversionary attack. My men trust me. I plan to return. It will be dangerous, but I will come back and we'll have ein beer together. But if I do not, it has been the honor of my life serving with you. A flare. They've attacked first. Draw ein initiative card. Darren Farnsworth, Dungeons & Dragons 2nd Edition Homebrew.
Corn devils killed my father. The corn in his whiskey and the corn snakes in his field, who feasted on his corpse right in front of my 10-year-old eyes. It was a cornucopia of suffering. And I knew then that injustice was woven into the core of this world, that I must become one with it and perpetuate it so others might suffer as I did. You can roll a medicine check to try to staunch the bleeding and save him.
Archimedes Smith, Vaesen. There it is again. The fluttering. They must be close, very close. The sound could go on all night. They must mean us well, however. Surely they would have attacked by now if they didn't. You know, I remember hearing them in my childhood. We were kinder to the Vaesen then. There was more of an understanding. I remember I would often fall asleep to the sounds of them tapping at the window, tapping. It's clear there are Vaesen outside the cabin. You'll need to make a fear check. Logic or empathy, though empathy is good here. And remember, Bjorn is already terrified. But fear value 1. Ben McCormick, Blades in the Dark. When I was young, I was forced to work in the weaving factories. I was kept locked up each night, then let out to toil all through the day before being put back in the cage for another night. If I hadn't learned to pick locks, I never would have known the taste of freedom. I learned that once the tumblers fall into place, anything is possible. The lock clicks open. Your move to steal the hat pin paid off. And the winner is Darren Farnsworth, Dungeons & Dragons 2e Homebrew. My precious. My precious. I should have won last year for the Whispering Warlock, but I know the Warhammer Cabal gave it to Seamus. My precious. I've prepared a document to read. And do not start the music. This is an important message that must be heard. First of all, I want to give thanks to Lord Ao. And secondly, I want to say that, my precious, this is for all the old school gamers who are still using creativity to generate campaigns rather than being reduced to a permanent underclass by buying every new tome released by money-grabbing corporate overlords. I said don't start the music. We have a long way to go. I need the music turned off. Are you listening to me? This message must be heard. Turn off the music. That's it. I'm rolling to exercise my freedom of speech. It's a 19.